Hello students, welcome to Sri Chaitanya e-learning classes. Okay, this is a second year zoology IPE session. Okay, so in a second year zoology there are 8 chapters. There are 8 units. The first 5 units which includes human anatomy and as well as the physiology. Then the 6th chapter, the major chapter, that is the genetics. Okay, 7th unit, that is organic evolution, and last unit of second year syllabus. Okay, that is applied biology. Means in a second year there are 8 units are there here. So this is the IPE session. Today I am going to starting about the first human anatomy first chapter, that is digestion and absorption. Okay, the digestion and absorption. This is the first chapter of unit 1. Okay, from which there are total the weightage is 6 marks, 2 plus 4 marks. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to discussing about the digestive system of a human being and as well as its a physiology of a human being. So the first digestion and absorption. So this is the digestion and absorption generally which is functions of a digestive system. Means these two are the functions generally which are carried out by the system. That system is commonly constituted as that is a digestive system. Okay, that is a digestive system generally. So the digestive system of human being majorly not only these two are functions which are carried out by the digestive system. So the digestive system which can perform 5 major functions. So what are that 5 major functions? Okay, or the 5 steps which are present in the digestive system, or the 5 functions which is carried out by the digestive system. Okay, which includes first ingestion. Okay, second is digestion. Okay, third is absorption. Fourth is assimilation, and the last is ascension. So these are the 5 major functions which is carried out by the digestive system. So what are these 5 major functions? So first is ingestion. So what is mean by ingestion? Generally ingestion means the taking of food into that digestive tract through the mouth is commonly constituted as this is the ingestion. In means taking food into the this is the digestive tract. The taking of food into the digestive tract through the mouth is constituted as ingestion. Once the food which is enters into the digestive tract which is undergoes the breakdown process. What is that breakdown process? Generally the food. What is the food? Generally the food which is a basic requirement for all the living organisms for its survival. Yes, clear. So this is the food. Why this is the food? Okay, which is a basic requirement for all the living organisms. Why? Because this is the food generally which includes the macromolecules and as well as micromolecules generally. So what are the macromolecules of food? Macromolecules and micromolecules. Generally these are the macromolecules which includes carbohydrates. Okay, second proteins, and last fats or lipids. Generally the carbohydrates. The carbohydrates are generally energy providers. Okay, so what about the food which includes the carbohydrates which giving energy to the body? Hence the carbohydrates are energy providers. Next the proteins. The proteins are commonly considered as a body builders. So means in our body. Okay ma. So what about that growth is there now which is possible by these or the substances okay ma under the food which includes proteins hence which are the body builders. Next okay, fats. Generally what about the food which includes fats? Okay, these are the fats generally which are responsible for the storage of energy, hence which are the okay fat means that is energy reservoirs. So these are the macromolecules which are present in a food. Along with that macromolecules, micromolecules are also present. Micromolecules generally which includes vitamins and as well as minerals. So vitamins and as well as minerals which are being a smaller size okay which are constituted as micromolecules. So this is the food okay which includes all these substances. Now this is the food undergoes a breakdown process once which are enters into the digestive tract. So such a breakdown process that is always by the okay that is enzymatic substances or chemical substances that are nothing but the enzymes is constituted as here the digestion. What is meant by digestion? The breakdown of complex molecules into what? Into simple substances. Okay, such a breakdown process is constituted as a digestion. Once the food okay undergoes a complete digestion which becomes a simple molecules and absorbable molecules. Once the simple molecules are formed, the process by which what will happen? The process by which the simple molecules or the micromolecules or the very minute substances after the digestion which are entered into the blood, such a process is constituted as here absorption. Yes. Next, after the minute substances or observable substances once which are absorbed into the food which are utilized by the body cells once which are entered into the tissues, such a utilization process for the growth of the body and as well as a repairing of the body that is constituted as assimilation. After all these substances, if any food molecules are remains in a small intestine, that is nothing but which is the undigested food materials. Now that undigested food materials which is enters into the large intestine. Now this is a large intestine which plays an important role, that is in a togethering of such a undigested food materials and as well as a lubrication of such a undigested food materials. Now it is formed as a fecal matter. Once the fecal matter which is formed in a large intestine which is released to the outside through the anus, such a releasing process or such a excretion process from the anus to the outside is commonly constituted as a agitation. So these are all okay ma 5 functions which is carried out by the digestive system. Yes, so this is a general introduction of this is the digestive system. Now we are going to discussing about the digestive system of okay. Now the digestive system of man. Generally the digestive system means which is categorized into two. One is the alimentary canal and as well as a associated glands. Alimentary canal okay, the digestive system of a human being okay which is categorized into alimentary canal and as well as associated glands. Okay, alimentary canal. Generally the alimentary canal okay which is also constituted as a which is also termed as a gut or which is also termed as a gastrointestinal tract. So So what about this is the alimentary canal of human being. Generally alimentary canal of a human being, which is a tubular passage, which is starts with one of the anterior opening and ends with one of the posterior opening. Such an anterior opening is commonly termed as a mouth and a posterior opening is termed as a anus. In between these two openings, the digestive organs are that is sequentially arranged. What is the alimentary canal? Alimentary canal of human being, which is a tubular passage. This is the tubular passage, always starts with one of the anterior opening and ends with one of the posterior opening. Such an anterior opening is termed as a mouth and a posterior opening is termed as a anus. Means so what about that organs which are present in this alimentary canal? Alimentary canal means which is starts with anterior opening. Such an anterior opening is termed as a mouth, and which is ends with a posterior opening, that is termed as a anus. In between that the sequentially presented digestive organs are present. What are the digestive organs? Generally the mouth, which is opens into buccal cavity. The buccal cavity, which is opens into pharynx. The pharynx which is enters into esophagus. Now esophagus which is enters into stomach. Now this is a stomach which is enters into, that is a small intestine. The small intestine again which is opens into large intestine. Finally the large intestine which is ends with anus. So these are all in between a mouth and as well as the anus, the sequentially arranged digestive organs are present, which includes buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Next, when we are talking about this is a small intestine. In a small intestine again three parts are there. So what are the three parts? That is a duodenum. One is a jejunum. One is a ileum. So these are the three parts of a small intestine. Likewise in a large intestine also, that is with the three parts. What are the three parts of large intestine? One is a cecum. Cecum opens into colon. Colon opens into rectum. So rectum, which is open, means rectum rectum which is opens into the anus. Anus which is a posterior opening, which is open, means which is opens to the outside. It means in between these two openings, that is nothing but mouth and anus, the sequentially arranged digestive organs are present. This is the parts of alimentary canal. Likewise, what about that associated glands? Generally, the associated glands which includes a pair of salivary glands. A pair of salivary glands. Next, gastric glands. Next, intestinal glands. Next, liver. Last, pancreas. So this is the digestive system of man. These are all organs which are present in a digestive system. Digestive system means digestive system of human beings, which is categorized into alimentary canal and associated glands. Alimentary canal means it is a tubular passage which is starts with a mouth, which starts with the anterior opening is called as a mouth and ends with the posterior opening is called as anus. In between that that are serially arranged digestive organs are there, there, which includes a buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. The large intestine which is opens to the outside through the anus. Okay, when we are talking about small intestine, this is a small intestine again, that is with the three parts: duodenum, the duodenum which is opens into jejunum, jejunum which is opens into ileum. So this is about the parts of a small intestine. Likewise, large intestine means large intestine also, that is with the three parts. The initial part of the large intestine is a cecum, the second part is a colon, and the last part is a rectum. So these are all digestive organs which is present in alimentary canal of a human being, which is also termed as a gut, or which is also termed as a gastrointestinal tract. Yes. Okay, this is only alimentary canal. Whereas coming to the associated glands means these are the glands. Glands means always secrete, okay, always the nature of a gland means which secrete some of the secretions. These are the secretions which consist of a chemical substances like enzymes. These are the enzymes always supports the, okay, the digestive organs in a process of digestion, hence which are constituted as a associated glands. These are the associated glands which includes salivary glands, gastric glands, intestinal glands, liver, and as well as a pancreas. So this is a general information regarding okay, that is a digestive tract, digestive system of a human being. Now let us talking about the alimentary canal. It is just only told you it is a tubular passage. This is a tubular passage generally which is starts with a anterior opening. The anterior opening is termed as a mouth here. Okay. Here we can understand the mouth and as well as the buccal cavity, that is with one of the simple diagram. Here I am drawing a simple diagram to understand the mouth and as well as a buccal cavity. Okay, so this is about mouth. Okay, generally, okay, so this is the anterior opening. What is that anterior opening? This is only constituted as an anterior opening. Okay, how it is? Okay, mouth means which is a horizontal one of the slit like aperture, that is a initial part of the alimentary canal. Means alimentary canal always which is starts with okay, in a well developed organism, especially this is a human being. Generally in a human beings, the alimentary canal which is okay, starts with okay, this is the horizontal slit like aperture. That horizontal slit only constitutes as a mouth. This is a mouth always supported by or bordered by or okay, surrounded by movable structures. That movable structures are commonly called as a lips. So this is called as a upper lip and this is called as a lower lip. What is the mouth? This is the initial part of the alimentary canal which is always bordered by a pair of movable structures. The movable structures are only constituted as a lips. In that upper one is called as a upper lip, lower one is called as a lower lip. So this is the mouth. Now this is the mouth which is opens into the inner okay, portion of the inner portion, that is nothing but that is constituted as a buccal cavity. Okay, so this is the portion is only constituted as a buccal cavity. Okay, generally what is the mouth? Which is the initial part which is like a opening. That opening is always horizontal, which is always bordered by a pair of lips, okay, which are movable lips. That is the mouth. In that upper one is called as a upper lip and lower one is called as a lower lip. Now this is a mouth which is opens into the, okay, the cavity like structure. That cavity is only considered as the buccal cavity, or which is also called as a oral cavity. Yes. So in this buccal cavity, one of the horizontal structure is there. That horizontal structure is only considered as a palate. Means when we clearly observe, this is a buccal cavity. Upper portion is there and as well as a lower portion is there. This is the upper portion is termed as a, this is the upper portion which is termed as a generally roof of buccal cavity, which is the roof. And this is a lower portion, generally it is a floor. Okay, the roof of buccal cavity is only constituted as a palate. The roof of buccal cavity is constituted as a palate, and the floor of buccal cavity is constituted as a tongue. Means the buccal cavity. So in that buccal cavity, this is the mouth which is opens into the buccal cavity. In that buccal cavity, the roof portion means upper portion is there, lower portion is there. Upper portion, that is a roof, lower portion, that is a floor. The roof is only constituted as a palate. The floor is constituted as a, okay, that is the floor which consists of one of the part that is called as a tongue. Here a palate. What is this palate? Generally the palate, which is a horizontal structure which is present in a buccal cavity, which always separates. So generally this is the nasal cavity, Nana. Okay, generally this is the oral cavity. This is a palate only which separates, okay, this is a nasal cavity that is from the buccal cavity. For what? Means this is a, okay, separation which is a clearly observed only in a human beings. Okay, so what is this is a palate? Palate means this is a horizontal structure always separates the, okay, this is a nasal cavity that is from the buccal cavity. Why? Because this is a palate which is helps in breathing and as well as chewing simultaneously. Generally, okay, these are the two processes. What are that processes? Breathing and as well as chewing, which are simultaneously takes place, that is in a human beings. Why? Because due to the presence of palate. The presence of this is a secondary palate which is a characteristic feature of the human beings. Why? Because which are present in only human beings. For which purpose? Means to breathe and okay, this is a chewing simultaneously. For this is the reason why this is a palate is present. Okay, so this is a roof. So that is a palate. When we talking about this is a palate, the palate again divides into, that is a two portions. So this is a anterior portion of the palate, this is a posterior portion of the palate. So this is the anterior portion of the palate is called as a hard palate. And a posterior portion of the palate is called as a soft palate. Means the palate again differentiated into anterior hard palate and a posterior soft palate. Why this is anterior is a hard and why this is a posterior is a soft? Why? Because this is a hard palate which is made up of with the bony structures, okay, which is a bony part, hence this is a anterior hard palate is a, okay, that is a anterior palate is a hard, okay, this is also termed as a bony palate. Why? Because it is made up of with the bones, okay. Then posterior soft palate. Why this is a posterior is a soft? Why? Because the posterior soft palate which is made up of with the fibrous connective tissue and as well as the epithelium. So due to the presence of fibrous connective tissue and as well as the epithelium, this is a posterior is a soft. Yes. So this is the anterior hard palate and posterior soft palate. Okay, when we clearly observe this is a hard palate, okay, generally that is with a rough surface. Why this is a hard palate is a rough surface? Why? Because it is lined by a generally that is a transverse ridges. Such ridges are commonly called as a palatine rugae. That are palatine rugae. Okay, this is the anterior hard palate and the posterior soft palate. Hard palate is a generally which is means anterior palate is a hard. Why? Because it is made up of the bony part. Yes, what about the bones? Means that is a maxillary bone, palatine bones. Okay, the posterior part is a soft. Why? Because this is formed by the that is a fibrous connective tissue and as well as that is the epithelium. Okay. So in that when we clearly observe this is a hard palate, okay, that is with a rough surface. Why it is with a rough surface? Why? Because okay, it is lined by a generally that are the transverse ridges. Such a transverse ridges are commonly construed as a this is a palatine rugae. So what is the use of this is a palatine rugae? Generally human beings okay, which takes okay, that is a plant substances and as well as the animal substances. Whatever it may be, the animal if we means animal if we take okay, that is a plant substances that are means if the animals which are completely depends upon the okay plant substances for their food that is constitute as the herbivores. Okay, or if completely depends upon the okay, that is animal substances like meat etc. that are exclusively carnivores. But whereas coming to the human beings which feeds okay, that is a plant substances and as well as that is animal substances, hence human beings are omnivorous. Means omnivorous means which feeds okay, fleshy material, fleshy food. Means okay, this is a human beings which takes okay, which feeds meat. Okay, during the taking of meat pieces, the grip is very important during the means in a buccal cavity. So such a grip which is provided by this is a palatine rugae. Means palatine rugae it is exclusively for the providing a grip during the taking of meat pieces. That is the importance of the this is a palatine rugae. This is a hard palate. Whereas coming to the posterior soft palate, already it is a soft. Why? Because it is made up of the fibrous connective tissue and as well as the epithelium. Yes, this is a posterior soft palate okay, which is extend as a one of the finger like projection. That finger like projection is constituted as a uvula. That finger like projection is considered as a uvula. Then what is the importance of the extension of the this is the soft palate, or what is the importance of the this is the uvula? Generally this is the nasal cavity. Okay, this is a nasal cavity again which is opens into the this is the pharynx region, okay, through the a pair of internal nostrils. Means in a respiratory passage like okay, these are the external nostrils, internal nostrils are also present. So that such internal nostrils are covered with a uvula during the swallowing the food materials. Why? Because means a uvula which is exclusively for the covering of this is the internal nostrils or internal nares during the swallowing of the food. Why? Because if it not covers, what will happen? Why? Because if doesn't covers this is the internal nostrils, what will happen means the food particles which is enters into the this is the trachea, or which is enters into the that is a nasal passage. This is the reason why okay, this is a uvula which covers the internal nostrils during the swallowing of food, means which prevents the entry of food materials into the air pipe. Means for the prevention of food materials into the air pipe only, this is the uvula which closes the this is the internal nostrils during the swallowing. So this is about this is a soft palate and as well as a hard palate. So generally this is a hard palate and a soft palate. These are the structures we can easily realize. Generally how these are the parts which can easily realized in our body. Means for example when we roll our tongue, okay, roll our tongue behind the incisors, that is a hard part is there. Same so same such a tongue which is a roll out to the posterior, that is a soft palate. Okay ma. So why? Because the upper part upper anterior upper part is made up of the bones, hence it is a hard and when we likewise when we roll out our tongue to the posterior part, okay, that is a part is a soft. Why? Because it is made up of the epithelium. So this is about a buccal cavity. This is a means buccal cavity means that consists of a upper portion is a palate and lower portion is a tongue. So this is about a palate. Now this is a buccal cavity also which bears a jaw bones which bears a teeth, and as well as which also consists of a that is a floor, that is a nothing but a tongue. So this is about the mouth and as well as a palate of a buccal cavity. Okay, now let us see about the parts of the structures which are present in the buccal cavity. This is about buccal cavity. Thank you. Okay, in next video we will talking about that is the structures which are present in a buccal cavity, which includes that is the jaw bones which bears a teeth and as well as a tongue. Okay, thank you.